Keith Richards.
Oh, is it Keith?
Yeah. Drink, cry, sleep, and wet. That's the kind of doll you wanted. There you go. I think it was Chuck Berry did the song, and then Keith is a big Chuck Berry guy, and so he wanted to do it. And I think Keith can sing. I don't care what anybody says.
He's sung a few tunes.
Yeah. We're coming to the end of another year, and a lot of times, I don't know. I think my father always goes, I don't know if this could be the year. This could be it.
That he's gonna.
I don't know. Like, he doesn't know, or and his brothers invited him out. My uncle lives in Park City, but he has a place in Palm Springs out in California that he goes to in the winter. And he's like, "Come on out." My father's like, "So I think I'm gonna go. It may be the last visit. This could be the final one." And I'm going.
He'll probably live till he's like 97.
My uncle's 80. I'm like, okay, all right. It's like, but you always want to know, right? Mm-hmm. So, the Technical University of Denmark, they have created an algorithm known as Life2Vec, 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 which uses select details of an individual's life, including income, profession, residence, and health history, and it determines the life expectancy, and it has it's like 78% accurate.
Okay.
Which is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So they went through, they did all this stuff, and they used codes. For instance, if you had a forearm fracture, that's listed in there. Your health records, all these things. And it goes through, and I think they followed a bunch of people from 2008 to 2020. And that's where they get the 78%. Like, they got the number of people they had predicted to die in 2020.
Wow.
They got it.
That's reassuring.
Yes. But they said that no study participants were given their death predictions. So I'm going, why would you let them go through all this unless they were just in for an experiment and they didn't really know what they were in for?
That could be it.
Because this doctor says that would be very irresponsible to let them know. And they say the bot is not currently available to the general public or for corporations, and that it probably won't be. But I'm going, oh, the hell it won't be. Mm-hmm. Because we talked about, what are they, mortality experts?
Yeah, Gary Bracca.
Yeah, mortality experts.
I can predict to the month because I used to do this for an insurance company.
Well,
when
that's
you're
the thing,
die.
Insurance companies. So now you don't have to have a mortality expert if you have the AI thing. So I feel like this could get out in a way, and I don't know. It could be used for hiring people, right? You do the mortality thing, and bad investment in this guy.
It's only going to last 20 years.
I mean, we only no. This guy's got 18 months, 18 months. But I wonder, could AI force us to live healthier lives if all of a sudden now you're not going to get a job because, private corporation says, hey, we want somebody that's going to be around. We don't want to hire a cancer risk. We don't want to, be.
But then again, it would be discriminatory.
Yeah.
You can't hire somebody. I mean, let's put it this way. I don't care what anybody says. Your appearance means a lot when people want to hire you.
Of course it does.
Your appearance means very much, a lot more than, it doesn't mean everything, but it means more than you think, right? If you walk in looking like heck.
Well, hang on a second.
What?
Think about this. Why do they always say, good-looking people get ahead? Right?
Exactly.
I mean, there are hot chicks. It's always my favorite thing. You can always tell who is the hot chick in her younger years. She's the one at the bar still thinking somebody's going to buy her a drink, and she's 57.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's not going to pay for anything tonight, baby. Now you're 57. Doesn't work as well. But, yeah, good-looking people are always treated better.
Like in software sales, it's 95% white dudes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So companies will tell my boss, and he has to remind them, you can't do that. Hey, can you find us a female? Or can you find us someone, could you diversify the team? They're like, no, we'll find you the best candidate. We can't by law do that.
You can't.
No.
But don't they have hiring?
No, they don't. They don't. But to go public, they often want to do that.
Yes.
If the company goes public. Now, here's the thing. Every time I talk to a woman who's in sales rep, of the 20 women I've gotten across the goal line, half of them were beauty queens at one point.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Sure.
They've won beauty pageants.
Yeah,
I'm a
baby.
former Miss, I'm like, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I'm like, I'm not surprised by that because again, and they're good at what they do. Don't get me wrong, but they've gotten a lot of advantages.
Well,
because of how they look.
Okay, but here's the other thing. I think that a lot of people, if you started to take care of yourself a little bit, you probably would feel better about yourself. You come off with some confidence, which is also attractive, right? You have a little more. You just feel better about yourself, and then you also look better. And you got a better personality, and you're happier, and you're easier to get along with. When you're fat and out of shape, and you don't feel good, and everything's like logy.
It's cyclical.
And you feel like, yes.
It feeds me, woe is me.
So I'm saying, now, does that mean, but those women, anybody who's done a beauty pageant or any guy who's been in, let's say, a bodybuilding, a lot of work. A lot of work to do these things and to maintain it. What do the Rolling Stones say? Time.
Oh, yeah.
Tears down a building. Destroy a woman's face. I didn't write the song. I didn't write it. I'm just telling you that those are the lyrics.
Jerry,
time
can you use a little Botox?
Is on my side. Now, here would be my question. Do you want to know through AI with 78% accuracy when this ride ends?
Yes.
You do?
I want to know so I can make changes.
Well,
Isn't that the idea?
That would be the thing.
That's the idea.
So what would you do differently? What do you think you would do differently if AI that you couldn't already do differently now?
Okay, well, if AI is telling me I can only live to be, let's say, 62.
Yeah.
Well, for me, that's only 19 years away.
Okay.
So, why 62? Do I have a gene in my body? Do I have 2 genes, or do I have some type of chromosomal issue?
Oh yeah, you do. I've been fun saying that for
definitely.
a while.
It can't just be weight and exercise and eating right, because I know people who have eaten right and exercised. I mean, Lou Gehrig is a great example. Hell of an athlete, one of the greatest ball players of all time, died in his late 30s of Lou Gehrig's disease. Well, okay, how did he get Lou Gehrig's disease? Well, nobody knows. Now, he did play football at Columbia and probably took a few shots to the head that they think CTE may have come up with that. But he was the picture of health, So it's not just about how good you look. I mean, who's the guy who wrote that book about running and they died 2 years?
Jim Fix.
Yeah,
but he had heart.
But he didn't know he had a heart issue. That's my point.
He ate like shit, man.
Did he?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Okay,
I'm assuming.
But the point is that he may not have known that, and maybe AI could have said, "Hey, you got a heart issue. Maybe you want to get this fixed."
Well, now you do, but but there is somewhat AI already available for that in the form of your Fitbit watch. It
tells you some of it.
Well, just some of it, but it gave you enough to get to the doctor.
Yeah, when I had AFib.
Yes, enough to get to the doctor.
And now I take prednisone.
I'm not. So maybe that, but that's artificial intelligence.
Yes,
right. You wouldn't have known otherwise.
Right.
You would have gone up being Danny. Just continued on being Danny.
Yeah.
Until.
And then you look at Kevin and go, "Man, of all the people on my show, I thought would have died first." I didn't finish the sentence because I'll let people figure it out for themselves.
Is that what
no, I'm just joking. But the point is, Kevin, I'm joking. But the point is, though, is that if AI is telling you one thing, then there's got to be Gary Bracca. If he's telling you, I can predict the month you're going to die, because of it. Look at the UFC dude, Dana White.
Yes,
Dana White completely turned around his life because of this dude.
Right, but. Okay, so Dana White turned around his life.
He's got the means.
He's got the means to do it.
He's a billionaire.
So some people don't have the means. I think that and you could say the same thing, I guess, about Tom Brady. We talked about this yesterday. He looked better leaving the NFL than entering the NFL, and he was in there longer than majority of players.
Yeah.
Not all. No, probably.
Yeah. The only one I think who outlived him was Jim Otto.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I don't know that Jim played as much as Brady, but maybe. I don't remember.
They show side-by-side pictures, and Jim Otto had that smoker lip.
Yeah. Okay. So but the discipline life is boring. Going to bed, making sure you get enough rest.
Gary Bracca eats rice, vegetable, and chicken every day for dinner.
Now, I will tell you.
That sucks.
Yes. But I will tell you that having done one of these weird diets in the past where you eat certain things, man, you start to feel great and you start to look good. And when I went to the doctor, I had gone for blood work in November, and I went back at the end of the diet, and I mean, it was night and day. So you can probably, for fairly inexpensive, I would think, in terms of, not having somebody do the AI or Gary is his name Gary Brecka?
Gary Brecka, yeah.
Brecka. Yeah, to have him do the study and the workup on you, you could probably change a lot of this stuff yourself.
Yes.
And look, we're not supposed to be in these bodies forever.
No,
you're just not. But someone had commented on the article, and I like this. They said, I've always told my financial advisor that it sure would make retirement planning a whole lot easier if you knew when you were going to die.
Yeah, because you could spend the money now, or you have to go out and earn more because you're going to live longer.
I make plans based on living until my early 90s. But if I knew that I was going to die in my mid-80s, I could spend more until then.
Right.
An ideal plan would be having your family write your last check to the funeral home, and hopefully it will bounce. Now, is there anything you wish you did more of in 2023? Like when we start thinking about mortality, right? And I some of the people I follow on TikTok, I don't watch TikTok. I just don't have time.
I'm not on it. I'm not going to give that information to the Chinese. Not doing it.
Oh my God,
dude. Only the paranoid survive, boy.
No,
so I'm going to take this AI test.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Actually, yeah, they lose their minds.
Yes, that's it.
Trust
exactly.
Me. Look at the bags.
They lose their
these
minds.
Eyes. Yeah.
You know what? You know who lives the longest? People who are the leaders and happy and not as stressed out and all that stuff. Come on, Danny, you put too much on yourself. You get too much on yourself. But what do you wish you did more of in 2023 as we head into a new year? And this is more of a, probably a rhetorical question, but can you think of things that you wish you did more of? You did stuff this year that I was pretty impressed.
I've read 10 books. I'm on 11. I want to try to finish maybe by next week, like 11 and 12. I bought some home weight equipment that I have used. I've lifted more this year than ever before. I know it doesn't exactly look like it, but I have. Yeah. My weight's not changed, but I think my BMI has changed a bit. A year ago, I said, look, I thought about doing this thing that you did once for weight loss. I said, well, I'm going to give it a year, right? I'm going to try Noom. And I tried like 7 other things and they didn't work.
Yeah.
So I may still try that. The problem is you have to be really disciplined to do it, and it costs a lot of money. But, yeah, there are things.
What?
That weight loss thing.
Oh, the weight loss thing. Yes. They are a bit expensive, but they are life altering.
They are.
Yeah.
They certainly are.
But even there, you could probably go to, all right, I'm going to start tracking my calories, not eating after a certain time, and maybe have very similar effects in terms of the weight loss. Mm-hmm. Overall health would obviously get better. Would it get as good as the other? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know.
I also, this past year, went on a couple trips.
Yeah.
And that helps. I mean, I went to Austin, I went to Nashville.
Yep.
And next year I'm going to go to New York and see the Yanks because of the,
yeah.
that tickets? Auction.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and hopefully another place to go. Don't know where. I liked it to be Vegas. I like to take Boo to Vegas.
Ooh.
She's really good. She's really good at roulette. She's really good. Did I tell you about our wedding? Okay. So we eloped 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it was the weekend after the Super Bowl.
Oh, Cleveland.
We went to Cleveland. Yeah. So we told people that we're at Cleveland. And they go, so what brings you here? Oh, we just got married. And you came to Cleveland? 2 different people. Same bar within an hour. And you came to Cleveland. It was like a Drew Carey episode. But there's this casino down the street from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We stayed near the hotel. She won $1,200. She put her chips on 27.
There you go.
Boom. I'm like, you're crazy. Bang.
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 I like it.
She goes, I'm keeping this.
I like it.
Hey, you can keep whatever you want.
Now, what if you found out through AI that a loved one, their life expectancy, like you found out Boo's?
We'd be reading the Bible.
Would you tell her?
Yeah.
You would?
Oh, yeah. I think you can't withhold. I think if you withhold that information, theoretically, that's murder.
Well, how's it murder?
Because you're allowing somebody to die knowing when they're going to die.
Okay, but I don't really know. I don't know. The Bible says you don't know the day or hour, right?
But the Bible does say there is a time to be born and a time to die in Ecclesiastes.
Yes. Oh, I thought that was Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
It was the Youngbloods, I think.
I don't know. But what if she's eating something?
No, the birds. It was the birds. Go ahead.
What if she said she's eating something and you were like, you may want to cut back on that. Just saying. Maybe you want to reconsider. Maybe we go with some yogurt.
Well, the weird part is that there's like crap in everything we eat now.
Yes, there is.
And even the vegetables we eat aren't harvested with great soil that we had 50 years ago because there's so much crap in the soil. There's crap in the animals. Like 80% of the antibiotics sold in this country are sold to farms.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to fatten up the animals. Okay. Right. So, I mean, there's just garbage everywhere. So you really have to like focus on they're called nutraceuticals and, other stuff like to try to nootropics to try to really maintain your health.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, but you got to do your homework on it if you really care about this stuff. And you got to eat right and you got to exercise.
Because you got to sleep.
You got to sleep. Sleep is is like a wonder power. I call it the life tax. Because think about it, 1/3 of your money goes to taxes, 1/3 of your life goes to sleep. If you really think about it, if you're doing it right.
Take a nap, Danny.
Right. Yeah. Or get to bed at a decent hour and get up at a decent. Get your 8 hours. But once I'm
a 6 or 5.
Yeah, I know. But that's a start. Right. And then like if you eat healthy and you do what you can, then like, hey, look, I can't feel guilty. I did everything I was supposed to do. So you can look at it that way.
I don't know if I'd want AI telling me exactly when I was going to go. Maybe ballpark. Ballpark it.
Can AI predict car crashes and plane crashes?
I don't know about that, but they probably take a risk assessment as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, things like, drag racing may put you in a higher risk, and I love doing that stuff. So I don't really know, but that's it.
I think it's irresponsible if you're going to pay for this and they don't tell you the result. They don't tell you.
Well, I think these people. This was an experiment, and look, AI is really exploding now.
Yes.
So this went from 2008, which we really hadn't heard about AI. Not saying it didn't exist. It's just that we were, I think more research and development until 2020, and they had 78% accuracy with those people. I think that it's going to come down to at some point where you're going to find out a lot of this information, and then you have to make a decision. But sometimes, like. I've been pretty good lately, and then I was with the delivery team yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Promotions team. Yeah, the promotions team out of Cobblestone in Maine, seeing Dan Bresnahan.
Drinking Guinnesses.
And I had a couple of Guinness.
I thought the promotions team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and the promotions team.
Guinnesses.
Yeah. Guinnesses. And then I had a burger while I was there, and then I came back here. And
what did the rest of the team eat?
At the end of the night, the rest of the team had just some of my chips.
Okay.
And then I came back here last night, and you gave the Evan Williams eggnog.
Yeah, I see. And, it's half missing.
Well, I cracked into that.
I thought somebody broke in.
Foodie said he just tried to call in. I probably didn't have it up.
Foodie?
Yeah, Foodie was texting. He says he just tried to call in. 585-206-8866. So I drank some of that, but I went kind of off the rails. Then I went over and we have some Bushmills. So I got some Bushmills.
Would you pour it in the Evan Williams?
No. I did the Bushmills first. So then I came here. I had a Labatt Blue from the fridge.
Okay.
While we did the podcast.
You drank beer before liquor.
Yeah. I had the 3 Guinness. Then I had that. Then I had some Bushmills. And then I went, I could really go for some egg. I was here till like 1:30 or 2 o'clock, trying to finish up. Then I went
Kevin
home.
and I left at like 9.
I know. Well, I had to put the podcast together, and there were ads I hadn't gotten done.
Yeah.
So then, because the whole sales team, they're very, very slow getting me the copy at times.
They are, yeah.
It's terrible.
Promotions
Then
team,
I get
all those
home,
people.
and I forgot that I had some pork fried rice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pork
That
fried
stuff keeps well, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know what AI would be saying about this. So I had pork fried rice
a lot of preservatives.
from last week, and
last week.
I think it was last Friday.
Oh gosh.
I think it was last Friday.
Okay.
I did. So I loaded up a bowl, right? And I microwaved that thing, and I threw a little hot sauce in there, and I ate that, and I watched some awful Christmas movie on Netflix. But during the Christmas movie on Netflix, I kept going, this would be really funny. Like, remember Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
And I kept screaming things like, blow them! Come on! Suck it! It's terrible. It's like awful. I'm laughing to myself because I'm buzzed and I'm eating pork fried rice.
You're very good at that.
And then I found plain rice that was there. So I ate the plain rice with a little bit of butter and hot sauce and crackers. I fed it to myself and crackers. This is what happened. I went right off the fucking rails. AI would have me dead by next week.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't you want to know?
No. No, it would depress me. It would depress me.
You would live, but you wouldn't live like Tim McGraw? Live like you were dying?
See, here's the thing that that always bothers me a little bit with this. because we say live like you were dying. Well, why don't we just start living like we're dying then? Why are we waiting for that?
Instead of
Do
waiting
you know what
for
I'm saying? Why are we waiting for what's that?
Instead of waiting for blue zones.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Why are we waiting
This
for
is going
that?
to become a diet? I freaking hate it.
It did. It pissed me off. It did piss me off.
Hand me the Bushmills.
I'll show you blue zone, lady. I'll stick this right in your blue zone. No, but I think if that were the case, we should always be living like that. We should be living and sucking the most out of this, because I think sometimes
Talk about the options.
Well-
Guinness or that blue.
No, but I think if you are going to Guinness or that, so stupid. No, I think that if you started to live that way, sometimes it's a little bit harder, but you want to pack as much in. If you start looking at your life and say, okay, the life expectancy for a male in the United States, and a lot of times you got to break it down to race too, because there's different things. So a white male in the United States, I think 78. Well, where are you in life? How far away from 78? And let's go, how many more summers do I have?
Right.
Or
That's how you have to look at it.
Yes.
How many Christmases do I have?
This is what I'm saying.
How many 4th of Julys do I have?
I know that sounds very morbid and crazy, but that may make you take a moment. Like, okay, a lot of people will say, get my best work done when I'm under pressure. Yeah, the boss has been breathing down my neck.
Especially this time of year.
I get that.
Because the year's wrapping up, man. I can't get a hold of anybody.
No, but I'm talking about like
close deals.
Reports.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or college when you had a paper. Man, I stayed up all night. I got that paper done.
No-nos.
The pressure. Yes, no-nos. But the pressure. I felt good. I work best under pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like Josh Allen in a 2-minute drill.
Okay, well, here's pressure, folks.
Oh.
You got 12 more summers. You got 12 more summers. What are you going to do? All that shit that you've been saying, I want to do, I want to get
I
here.
went highballing. I went.
No, but do you understand what I'm just saying that instead of letting AI predict it, if you're that concerned about it,
Just go
start
live it.
fucking living.
Go live.
Go live.
Go live.
Go live. That's it.
Amen.
Go long. Wait, that's the website. Go live.
By the way,
Yeah.
I've been getting calls from a certain local company lately.
Yeah.
They've been like, hey,
Hey, what are you wearing?
this, the times the guy calls up and he goes,
Hey,
it's a Rochester number.
Yeah.
And he goes, times have been tough lately. It's been a rough year. Your financial portfolio, how does it? We hear it such and such. Could take a look at that for you. And I'm like, wow, it must be really rough.
Oh, they're
If
cold
you're
calling?
Cold calling.
Yeah, they're cold calling.
I'm not going to tell you the company name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, okay, you're really desperate at this point if that's what's going on.
All right.
Because, retire. I mean, now is not the time to be investing in the stock market. Have you been paying attention? Okay, unless you were a longtime investor, I would not start today.
Yeah.
Right?
I hear you.
Oh, well, holy cow! Yeah.
All right, we will. We'll take a moment. Have you ever thought of taking a cruise?
For about 5 minutes. and I've heard
me
horror
too.
stories.
Me too. And then I heard about a different cruise, and then I heard about some things that go on the cruise.
Well, didn't we have a friend, Gay Ryan, who went on a gay cruise? He worked at the Brow Diva.
Yes,
remember
he
him?
did.
He had a crush on me. He said.
Yeah, he used to do my brows.
Did he?
Yes, because I used to do TV stuff. So look at my brows are bushy. I would go and get the brows
You
done.
did Comics Cafe commercials for Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
All right, we will get into
Is it that kind of cruise?
Yeah, it's not a gay cruise.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what I read, and we'll go.
Is it like cruising in a parking lot with your car backed up and the lights on?
No.
Okay, because we've done those cruises.
No.
Not we've done it. We've investigated.
Happy ho 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 holidays.
Yeah.
We will get to all that
Okay.
next. But first.